I genuinely like this promo, and I don't know why. It is a very refreshing format. It's one that we haven't seen for a very long time. If you guys remember the Dungeons and Basketball promo back in Season 5, we had it as a very similar format to that one. But I don't know, it seems kind of refreshing to have a promo that we haven't seen for a very long time, and then for them to have changed like a couple of stuff, because we had a load of issues with the Dungeons and Basketball promo, and now it seems that they have fixed them in different ways. Now, it isn't a perfect promo, but besides from that, I do actually kind of like it, because we have got some events you can play. There is not a point where you're actually running out of events to play, because I played through all of these ones. I played through all of my stamina, and then I have got some extra blitz events I can play, and then I know the next time when my stamina completely resets, I will have enough to finish through all of those events, and then I will have completed all of them for the rest of the promo. And it is very nice to have that. I do like having those big sets that you can do on the very first day to give you a big head start, and then you can come through and do the little ones every single 24 hours, which I think is good. They could have maybe added a couple more extra stuff in the store, and I still don't like the fact that we have to wait for the 94 overall players, just because then it makes it harder for people to decide what they want to go for. But I get that the fact that we're having them later, it just adds something to the promo, and it gets people to log back in if they've sort of like not done the promo as much, to log back in, take a look at the cards, and then decide whether they want to get them. But by then it is a little bit too late. But I do like the fact that we have them in general, which I do think will be dropping on Saturday, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. We should be getting 94 overall versions of the cards. Whether they'll be playstyle select, I don't know yet, but I'm guessing they will be, just because on the actual main tab it doesn't show Magic Johnson as a power player, whereas as his normal card it is a strategic player. So I'm guessing they are going to be playstyle select, but we don't know exactly how many tokens it's going to require to get up to them, and whether you are going to manage to do that no money spent. It depends on how many tokens you get and how lucky you're getting with some of the tokens that you need to be able to get the players, which is actually pretty interesting, because again, it's got that luck element as to which ones you actually get from some of the events, especially the random token events, which I actually think is pretty good, adding that element of luck. This is not favorable for everyone. Lots of people prefer to have set stuff, but I like the fact of having luck, because then it makes it a little bit more fun when you're playing through the promo. Yes, it does mean that some people miss out on some masters here and there, but I like the element of fun, and having a sort of like pack where you can have a chance of getting certain stuff is pretty fun to me. As I said, I do think they could have improved a lot of stuff in the store, because then no money spent players, you do actually just have one pack pretty much, which is the coin pack, which you can purchase just to get some extra all-star historic points, and there's no BOGO offer you can get with cash. That unfortunately you have to spend money for. There are the Boomer Bust packs for that Rick Barry, and I do know a bunch of people who did get lucky enough and pull that Rick Barry, which I think was pretty good, because normally when we get a Boom and Bust pack, not many people actually pull the card, but I've got a lot of comments saying that people actually pulled the card from the actual milestones in the actual promo, which I thought was pretty good. And the addition of the All-Star Hype Rewards section, that is very nice. It's leading into that All-Star promo. A lot of people had questions going into it, obviously because you can only get up to 2,000. I quickly addressed them, because obviously the rest of it is for the future promos, hopefully, but that is just the case with that, and we're gonna have to wait and see what actually occurs with that. But I do actually like the fact that we have this sort of separate section of the milestones. It's sort of an additional thing, as it were, which is pretty good. It's giving you extra stamina, it's giving you extra coins, it's giving you extra NBA cash to help you with the promo and the future promo with that main All-Star promo that we will be getting later on. That will probably drop at the end of this promo, which is going to be pretty interesting. It does bode well for that promo, because we're having such a nice refreshing format. It's not one that we've had completely copy and pasted throughout the whole season in season 6. It is a very nice format. Yes, it does kind of depend on whether you can get the masters, but right now in the game I'm not really too fussed about whether I can get a master or not. At the moment, at this point, for me personally, I'm looking at the promos and seeing how imaginative they are, how much they're changing instead of being copy and paste. That is the main thing I'm looking at when I'm looking at promos, and I have no idea why, because normally like back in season 4 or 5, at the beginning of maybe season 6, I was looking at promos thinking, I just want to be able to get that master. I want to get them normally spent. I want to be able to get as much as I can, grind through as much as I can, and try and get those masters. Where now I'm looking back at these promos and I'm trying to think about what actually makes them good. Why are they good as themselves? Not the actual masters you're getting, whether you can get that free to play. Yes, that of course counts towards a promo, but for me, I don't know why I'm thinking about getting stuff that's new, because I think we've been in a cycle of getting copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. This is very nice and refreshing. But enough of me talking about my thoughts and opinions on the games. I asked you guys on my community page what you guys thought of the promo itself, so we're going to take a look at some of them. And if you want to be part of a future promo review video like this one, then make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on, so you have a higher chance of looking at my community page and seeing some of the stuff I post there, asking for your thoughts and opinions on the games and promos. So we're going to start off with Cody over here, who says, it's good. I'm halfway done to getting an 89 overall Scottie Pippen. Waiting for the other events to unlock is a bit frustrating, but other than that, it's good. As long as I can get one master, I'll be happy. Agreed. Like, it is still a little bit frustrating. They didn't change that sort of fact that we had with the Dungeons and Basketball promo, where you have to wait one by one for each of the player events to unlock, but I'm okay with that just because you've got still a good amount of events to play through. It would be nice if once you've gone through each one once, it does sort of stay up and it keeps going like that, like we have with the Man Fantasy Madness format, if you guys remember that one, that we had. When those events unlock at the top, then they stay being unlocked and you just get more and more events you can play through every single day. So the first day is like 2, then after 12 hours it becomes 4, and then after that it becomes 6, and so on and so on. So you got a bunch of events you can play through. Yes, it does drain your stamina, but there are so many events you can play through, and it does end up being a little bit of a grind, so you can try and get the stamina to play through those events. I think that would be pretty good if we could have that with a future version of this promo. Not saying that we should get it every single time, but if we could have that in a future version of this promo, it would be very nice. Simple Clay 17 says, I would give this a nice 7 out of 10. Very grindable. You can for sure get 1 92 overall player, maybe 2 92. Stamina cost isn't that much, and getting the high points is pretty easy. Agreed. Stamina cost is very nice, especially compared to the last promo where we had a huge stamina grind to be able to get some of the players with that one with the Lunar New Year promo. This one is a lot more manageable, which I think is good. Okay, so Christian has said the promo is good, it's free to play, but you just need a lot of grinding. Getting a 92 master is very possible, and I'm already on my way to get 89 overall Wilt Chamberlain. One thing I don't like is the fact that you have to wait for other player events to unlock instead of them just being unlocked right from the start and then waiting 24 hours to be reset. Again, agreed with that, and a lot of people are progressing through the promo quickly. You'll get your first couple of masters pretty quickly, upgrading them because they do cost less tokens, and then the higher the player, of course, you're going to need more and more tokens to be able to get them, and that will actually mean that it's going to take a little bit less time, but it's okay because you got that momentum in the first day, and especially with the first sets, like I said earlier, the bigger ones, they're going to help you get through the first bit over there. Okay, so Joshua over here says, I wish they could have at least changed Magic with another point guard. Wish we could have more diversity with the 92 overall players. Agreed. Like Magic Johnson, we do get quite a bit. Yes, I get the actual idea of the promo having all-star historic players, and of course Magic Johnson is a great point guard who has shown himself in the all-star weekend previous years. I do get that, but again, we are getting some similar players here and there, and of course the all-star promo, we're just going to get those players that we usually get in promos, because of course they're getting selected for the all-star. There's nothing you can do about that one. That I totally agree with, when we have players that we usually get, because of course they're in the all-star promo, you can't really do anything about that. But maybe this one could have had like a couple of other players here and there, but I do actually like the selection of players that we have got. Okay, so Cedric over here says the promo is good. I'm trying to grind for the 89 overall Magic Johnson. Honestly, it's a big W for those free-to-play players, but I wish they could make a promo about Curry and Klay Thompson too. Curry will probably come out in the new all-star promo. That'd be pretty good. Klay Thompson, we had him as a monthly master. I do get having the Splash Brothers together would be pretty nice, as they have returned as the Splash Brothers, but I think at the moment I don't see us having a main promo with that one, and we do actually get quite a few of those cards already, especially a Curry card we do get. Of course, we could probably have a little bit more, but we don't want to oversaturate it too much, and we want to keep the diversity with the different players that we're getting. Okay, so Shadow Claw over here says the promo is pretty sick, but some of the stats of the players for the 92 overall is not the best, and I agree with that. Like the 92 overall players, some of them have like okay stats here and there, but nothing to jump out. I think we'll have to wait and see what the 94 overall cards are looking like and whether they've got any special stats here and there. Of course, they're probably going to give out a boost, as we can see with the Magic Johnson in the actual homepage, but hopefully they have some pretty good stats as well. Okay, so we got another comment over here saying, at first glance, I think it's just a semi-filler promo. Like, it's not just that fancy or good. Also, the promo lasts for exactly a week, while the other one lasts for 2 weeks, which is probably that the main All-Star promo might be next week. Not sure about that, but still a free 92 is good. Yes, the All-Star promo will probably drop after this one. I think it's dropping on Monday. Could be wrong about that, or maybe we get sneak peeks on Monday. It drops on Tuesday, but that basically just drop as soon as this All-Star historic promo does end, and it is like a filler promo. It is pretty nice just to have it, and again, it's refreshing, it's nice, and then hopefully the All-Star promo can build upon that, and then hopefully better that. It's got to try and at least be at the same level as the look back promo, which is probably the best promo we've had all season. So if you can get anywhere near that level, I think it would be a great promo. And of course, All-Star is going to be great fun to watch the games, like the All-Star Team KD versus Team LeBron. We got the selections for that yesterday. Let me know your thoughts on the two teams down below. But we'll get that. We'll get the skill game. We'll get the three-point contest. We'll get the dunk contest. All looking very nice. And of course, there's a match as part of the NBA, and hopefully that can translate to a good promo in the game in NBA Live Mobile. But that is going to be it with the video. Let me know in the comment section down below whether there's anything I've missed with this promo. What do you guys think? Of course, we will be getting those 94 overall players, which should shake things up a little bit with the promo. Whether that'll be good or bad, I have no idea. We're gonna have to wait and see what those cards look like. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and if you want to get these 92 overall All-Star historic promo masters, as well as the future 94 overall masters when we get them, go check out this video in the bottom left hand corner, where I went through absolutely everything you need to know to grind this promo perfectly. So go check that video out, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.